Okay, I just want to break down my outside arm action for you so you can see what's going on during the stroke. So I initiate my stroke with a straight arm, right? So every time it goes forward, it's straight, and I also draw a straight arm back through an arc all the way back to the hip, just like that. But I always initiate the stroke with a straight arm. Now, I'm not saying that that's the best way of doing it. I am saying that for me, that feels positive, it feels strong, and I'm able to apply max pressure by initiating my stroke with a straight arm. So remember, I'm using a minimal rotation or zero rotation stroke. So when I set up for the catch, I would set up like this. Here, I'm hinged forward slightly, set up, turn it over, square shoulders. Now my outside shoulder does come forward. It makes this movement here. That movement there, see the whole shoulder's moving. This shoulder doesn't move, it stays forward. There's no rotation going on. The inside shoulder isn't dropping back. I'm just making that movement there with my shoulder to get an extension. It's a comfortable extension, it's not hyper extension. So let's have a go. So I set up like this, turn the paddle over, square shoulders. The shoulder is forward. My inside shoulder is also forward and it stays forward. Drop down into the catch, unload, square shoulders sitting up, out, back, shoulder coming forward, this one staying forward, drop down, straight arm, straight arm, straight arm to the hip, soft break, back forward, dropping down to the catch, straight, straight, straight arm, there, soft break, punching forward. The break at the back of the stroke is not, I'm not doing a deliberate lift, right? That's quite a savage break. Trying to avoid that. I'm going here, coming through to the hip, and it's a soft break, but my fist travels straight up, locks out again. Down, straight up, lock out. We'll do it a few times so you can see the action of my outside arm. So that's the outside arm technique that I use. It's straight. I mean, just be aware that there are other techniques, there are other views on the outside arm and what it should be doing and what it shouldn't be doing. Mine is just another view. I found that useful for me to generate max power. So that is my outside arm technique. Straight arm, back to the hip, at low rates anyway. Soft break, shoot it back to the front, down, unwind. Hope that was useful. I just want to talk about the other arm, the top arm, and what that is doing during the stroke. So once again, I use a straight top arm. Now, you will find different schools of thought about what this arm should be doing. Some will have it broken with a crook in here, right? It'll be broken. Others you'll find it sweeping in close to the head on the stroke, right? Like that. Others will have a semi-straight, kind of with a bit of a crook in it, like that. Some people will hold the paddle with a claw. Others will get the wrist flat. I tend to hold my wrist flat. I feel I can get more power. So the reason I use a straight arm is over the years I found I can get more power, more drive down with a straight top arm. So here's the action my top arm makes. That is a straight arm. All I'm doing here is dropping down, catching, and here with my straight arm I am driving all the way down, driving to the knee. Now look at that angle where my blade finishes up. My fist is by my hip, my top arm is by my knee, or the gunnel, right? So this is my action. Top arm straight, outside arm straight, drop down to the catch, sit up, drive down to the knee. That's it there. Top arm drive is very strong using the straight arm. Now, you will notice that my paddle ends up in quite a savage negative angle. See that there? Right back there. I'm paddling right back in the pocket. Now, at low rates, this is fine. You can cover that distance. I can cover it from there, driving all the way down. You can cover that distance at low rates. At higher rates, you're not going to be able to maintain that same water length. So I'm going to start coming out as the rate goes up. I'm going to start coming out mid-thigh. As it goes up again, I'll probably come out knee. If it goes up again, I'll probably come out somewhere before the knee, right? So you're talking about 80 strokes per minute plus, 85, 90, where you're just going in, you're barely drawing, and you're out again. That's high rate stroking. You're just working a very small portion of water. You're looking to shift a very small portion of water quickly. Now, there is a school of thought out there that if your paddle goes into too much negative angle, that you're going to create this effect at the back of your stroke if you continue to lift up and break the water, especially. I mean, that's an extreme example, right? So I'm talking about this, coming all the way back, then lifting up at the back. That action of lifting up can cause the boat to drive down into the water, especially if you've got 20 paddlers doing that. It's a real thing. You don't want to do that. You don't want that effect, right? So how you manage that effect, how you defeat that effect at the back, deep in the pocket, is you continue to drive down with the top arm all the way through the stroke, right? So from here, driving down, sitting up, driving, finishing here. Now that's a savage angle for a paddle to finish at, but even though it's a negative angle, you can still produce go forward forces, so long as you continue to drive down with this top arm. Now, as I said before, when the rate goes up, you won't be able, back here in the pocket, you simply won't be able to maintain that same length of water. You'll be coming out about here somewhere. As the rate goes up again, you'll be coming out here. So that's my inside and outside arm stroke. Straight arms, working like that, working down, straight arms. Have a go. A lot of people find it very challenging, very awkward, but if you persevere, I think you'll find it's quite a powerful technique.
She said that she couldn't do it when she was having to be